To the news live at 5:30 a.m. here at 30 Rock in New York City. A spirited, at times testy debate last night as Massachusetts Republican incumbent Senator Scott Brown met his Democratic challenger Elizabeth Warren at the University of Massachusetts in Lowell. It was the second of 4 scheduled debates as a new poll from the Boston Globe shows 18% of Massachusetts voters still undecided, and with Elizabeth Warren holding a lead. Right out of the gate, moderator David Gregory asked about the controversy around Elizabeth Warren's claim to Native American heritage.
I have never used the information about our Native American heritage to get any advantage, not to apply to college, not to apply to law school, and not to get hired for any job. I was listed in a directory as, I listed myself as Native American. I was listed there. It's part of who I am.
Do you consider yourself a minority?
I consider myself as having a Native American background. That's what I said. That's what I am.
No one's questioning what her parents told her when she was younger or all the way through that time frame. But when she was asked by the Boston Herald, why is Harvard touting her as a minority, a woman of color, a Native American, she said she didn't know. And then after 5 weeks of misleading the papers and the reporters, she said, I self-reported. And she's never answered why she in fact did that.
One of the lines that jumped out at people is when Senator Brown was interrupted while trying to explain why he voted against Democratic-backed bills.
She's obviously misstating the facts. These were rejection by both Democrats and Republicans, Professor. It wasn't if you're going to comment on my record, I would at least have you refer to it. Excuse me. Excuse me. We're not.
Go ahead.
Excuse me. I'm not a student in your classroom. Please let me respond, okay? Thank you.
Senator Brown referred to Warren as Professor Warren all night. The debate was also marked by a couple of stumbles, one from each candidate. Ms. Warren ran into trouble on the issue of bipartisanship, while Senator Brown drew jeers from the crowd when asked to name his model Supreme Court justice.
Can you name some Republicans in the Senate today that you are able to work with on big issues, substantive issues that the country faces?
Oh, I think probably Richard Lugar would be one that would come to mind. But let me.
He's not going to be there.
He's not going to be there.
So who else could you name, Senator?
That is a problem. Let me do this one slightly. Let me just let me do this.
Let me just ask the question though: are there any Republicans who are actually going to be in the Senate that you feel you could work with substantively and compromise with?
Look, it depends on what the subject matter is.
Let me see here. That's a great question. I think Justice Scalia is a very good judge. Justice Kennedy. Justice Kennedy is obviously very good, and Justice Roberts. Justice Sotomayor. I think they're very qualified people there who actually do a very good job.
Scalia and Sotomayor don't exactly.
Well, you know what? That's the beauty of being an independent, David.
Okay.
You can actually.
If you had to pick one,
Listen, I don't need to pick one. We have plenty of justices up there, and I'm proud of the ones we have.
Ms. Warren, who would be your model Supreme Court justice?
Well, I think it would probably be Elena Kagan.
All right.
Warren later took to Twitter where she retweeted a link to a news article highlighting Senator Brown's answer on the Supreme Court. As for the Red Sox, Elizabeth Warren said manager Bobby Valentine deserved another year. Senator Brown did not take a position, saying he would leave it up to Red Sox management. You laugh? An important question in Massachusetts.